The mouth waters at the prospect someday of those two young men meeting in the ring.
Brownfield, essentially a boxer, according to local newspapers in Omaha. You have to have a sense of irony to nickname a fighter TNT when he has 2 knockouts in 7 fights. Well, maybe Brownfield's here to be ironic.
I was told by some of the inside guys from Mexico that Paez is really a good fighter. Not just living off his dad's name, but he's a very solid fighter.
Well, let's see if he delivers a straight right hand down the pipe against the southpaw fighter who tends to hold his hands a little bit wide apart, as Brownfield has done in the early going.
I think his amateur record was something like 81-1 or something to that effect, which attests that he appears to be a pretty solid fighter.
Paez turned southpaw at the moment.
Now switches back to the conventional stance. Mauro Marito means little clown. His father was, of course, one of the antic cut-ups of his time in the ring, known for strange hairdos and backflips over the top rope, etc., etc.
Well, before there was a Prince Nassim, there was a Jorge Paez. He was a terrific showman and an action fighter with a big popular following.
I was looking at Paez Jr. What I like about him, he makes the opponent miss, and he's keeping himself always in a good position where he can execute effectively right after he misses. He doesn't get out of position too much.
Also, for a guy who's scored knockouts in every one of his fights so far, all of them in the first couple of rounds, he's shown considerable patience here in the first round.
Yes,
as he waited for that chance to land the right hand, and did it.
Very good counterpuncher.
Brownfield, pretty quick and assertive with his jab, he just hasn't landed it. Brownfield got his left hand up, but Paez sneaked the right hand around it, planted on Brownfield's ear.
Paez is a counterpuncher, as you can see, takes advantage of your mistakes, but Brownfield doesn't punch too much himself, so that's giving him very little to work off of.
Brownfield missed 1 left-hand lead, and Paez got off 3 counter shots in return.
I think Paez is going to pick it up if he finds that the guy's not going to lead that much. As the fight goes on, he's going to become more aggressive himself.
Boloing the right hand there. Attention-getting move.
Is the left coming with the right?
Very quick.
Very good.
Very quick hands. And recognizing that he's in against a southpaw with wide hands, he alters the conventional and sets up a right cross left hook combination, uses it 3 times in a row.
Very good balance all the time.
Give me some water. How do you feel? Take some air. First round. When he turns it, when he's a southpaw, make sure the right hand twice, and then the left hook.
Because when you stop, he counters you. You gotta attack it and then go right after the motherfucker again. You pull back, jump on his ass again, you hear me? Because he's trying to counter you. Use that jab some more, you hear me? You only throw 1, 2 jabs, you're trying to go down to the bottom. You're trying to get that left hand to the bottom so you'll straighten it out, okay? Nice job, nice job.
There apparently is an inexhaustible supply of Midwestern fighters to come and help young prospects fill out their resumes. One of these days, one of them is going to win one of these fights. I'm not sure this is the night.
Brownfield's brother Jeff asked him to use his jab or might be a good idea, to at least occupy Paez, but of course his reluctance to use the jab might have to do with Paez's quick counter-punching ability.
Paez is always sent to counter-punch as soon as he throws anything and gets out of position. But I think, as I said earlier, Paez is going to pick it up himself, and he's going to become a little bit more aggressive as the fight goes on.
Left hook, left hook. Right cross swept by Paez.
Brownfield gives him a difficult target. Moves his head, moves from side to side, falls into clinches.
Yeah, not coming from a big city where he's got top speed. I'm very impressed with Brownfield. He's tough, not that difficult to hit clean either.
A newspaper article about Brownfield's exploits in the Omaha Golden Gloves in 2002 was dispiriting in a way. Talked about the demise of amateur boxing in Midwestern cities. Experts talking about how they had never seen so few fighters showing up with Golden Gloves. That was 4 years ago in Omaha. Emmanuel Stewart, you've already talked to me earlier this evening about how the culture of boxing and boxing instruction is beginning to slip in Philadelphia. Where is it growing in the United States?
It's right now, a hotbed of it is right now in Florida professionally. But it's been continued in the last few years. It's been in California. California has a lot of activity in their amateur programs here. But in fact, the recent Golden Gloves, as of last week, was in Nebraska. And very, very low turnout.
Right hand landed flush for Paez. He got in a quick uppercut during the preceding sequence. What about Detroit, Emmanuel?
Detroit is starting to flourish again, but it's been slow. It's just the last 2 years. We've got some good prospects coming up, particularly a heavyweight kid named Isaiah Thomas, who has a good chance of winning the Olympics.
Say the name again?
Isaiah Thomas.
I wonder who he aimed for.
Yeah. Back in the bad boy days.
And how big is Isaiah Thomas?
Isaiah's a heavyweight. He's 17 years old now, 200 pounds. He won the World Junior Championships last year in England.
I think Paez is a little frustrated here. Maybe they picked a southpaw that is a little beyond his job description.
The guy is very difficult to land a clean punch.
So, Lowell Brownfield makes it into the third round. We mentioned to you Jorge Paez Sr., father of Jorge Paez Jr., who fought against Oscar De La Hoya several years ago, and prior to that had made his mark, winning title belts and achieving a tremendously entertaining profile. Let's take a look back at some highlights from the career of Mauro, who had a tremendous following, both among Mexican and Mexican-American fans. Nice gas mask.
Nice haircut.
The legendary Chuck Bodak. And here it was on July 29, 1994, 11 plus years ago, when Jorge Paez Jr.'s promoter knocked out Jorge Paez Jr.'s dad.